Right, just having a little quick throw around. Got the Haibo Arise Air. I've got it on the drum setting at 1, and if you can see there, I've got it on about 3/4, I think I would say. That is brakes. 7-pound braid is exactly the same braid as I used with the outer bearing, and I got a clip and a 1 gram trout magnet. I've had one little cast. It's very windy and it's difficult to judge which way it's going, but we'll have a couple more casts and see what happens. The rod is the Plume Super High Sensitive C602UL made by Mavllos. It's 0.6 to 8 grams, got a super fine tip. I think it's 0.75 millimeters. This sort of really tapered blank here. I think really you just have your handle on here normal or something like that, normally cover that, but I mean it is more tapered than other rods. It's 2 to 6 pounds and it's 40-ton carbon, so nice Mavllos rod is what I used the outer bearing video. I'm better with a slightly longer drop myself, and let's just see what happens. Nice and smooth. Yeah, it's done it. Cast it a bit left, so I might be over braking a little, but it might be my technique. A bit tentative, as I say, because it's a new reel. We'll take it back a couple more clicks. I've got little or no side to side play. Let's go a slightly longer drop. I do better with that. Yeah, look at that. That's going out beautifully. Feels as free as the outer bearing. It's not as smooth. I'm just snagging up here. Better tighten up the drag actually. But that's cast a 1 gram trout magnet. And as you've seen in my last video, I've never done that before. So, you know, little flick. That is amazing. It's controlled. Look, there's no bird's nest or nothing. I hardly needed to thumb that. I'll get in the swing of it and I'll do a measured cast in a minute. Well, I'll walk it out. This is a comparison. I've got a long tape coming, but it's not here yet. Oh, bit left because I'll give it some more, but that's a good distance and it's controlled. It's amazing to be able to throw. I mean, you know, it's the combination of the reel and the rod, but I could go a lot lighter on this line and go further. There you are. Better release that time, straight. I feel like I'm in control with it. Very impressed with the rod, very impressed with the reel. I mean, I haven't used it. This is the first time I've used it. I'll give it some more there. I could probably back off the brakes a little bit more. We'll try. So I've already knocked them back a couple of clicks. Let's go back some more. I mean, it's breezing this. It will be slightly over 1 gram because I've got a clip, but that's what you'd be doing fishing wise. So it's more about, look at that go. That's straight. I'm actually going to measure that one. Put the rod down. I'll just do the feet thing. So from where I'm standing, rather than there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 40. Where is it? 40, over 40 of my feet. So that's way further than the outer bearing. No, I had better casts with the outer bearing. I just didn't measure them, but that's my first straight decent cast with that. There is more of a wind today, so it's not a complete direct comparison. Come on. But let's go again. Well, that's fantastic distance. Oh, unless we were a side reel, that's just gone phenomenal distance. I mean, that is noticeably as controlled, if not more, than the outer bearing, and the distance phenomenal. Right, I'm going to knock the brakes back up a bit again. and I'm going to do an overhead. That's amazing. That is truly amazing. I am blown away with that. Let's see if we can pitch. I'll leave the brakes there a minute. Yep, straight. I mean, it's not far, but it was straight ahead of me. Let's try a little backhand. Yeah, great distance. It's very controlled. Brakes are fantastic. Do some more side casts. Yeah, I pulled it a bit left there, but that's me rather than the wheel. We'll back the brakes down a bit more. Wait for the walker to go because I'm concerned I'll hit the pavement in a minute. Oh, we're fine. Yeah, it's just easy. Superbly easy. I mean, bearing in mind I'm not experienced, so I was too short a drop there and I give it too much, but that was me at a bad cast. So you can bird's nest it, but it's quite difficult once you get dialed in with your brakes. It's an absolute joy to use. Oh, let's try another overhead cast. The wind switched again there. Yes. I mean, it's just a breeze. It's beautiful. Not as smooth, nowhere near as smooth as the outer bearing, but it really isn't bad. Oh, it's going where I want. I feel at ease with it. But look, I'm loving this. I love it when a reel's braking range is in the middle of the reel, not up the top here. If you're looking at the outer bearing, I'm using brakes over 4. There's a lot more clicks on this possibly. I'll have to look at the two side by side, but too many reels, budget and expensive. You're just using the top portion of your brakes all the time. I've got all this range here. I want to be able to use this range. If you want to see a very good review, check out the reel test. If you want to see the reel taken apart, check out the BFS fishing channel. Both great chaps, very knowledgeable chaps. Peter Kim from the BFS fishing channel on YouTube is a moderator on my group. A shout out to that. BFS budget finesse fishing. I mean, this is just easy. I'm not even worrying about thumbing it and cast control here and magnets. I could go lower. I won't. Right, I'm putting it on a heavier lure now. This rod does say it will go, if we can find it, up to 8 grams. I wouldn't like to throw 8 grams on this tip, but it is more robust than you think. If you look, there's the action. I mean, one thing I will say with a lot of these budget rods, and even some of the more higher end rods, the line can cut the corner. If you look up here, it's stuck between here and here. It cuts the corner if I pull like this. Now, you get a more natural curve if I was pulling from there like a fish would. But a lot of the BFS rods are like that. They don't want to put too many eyes on because it adds weight to it. But this rod, how many eyes has it got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know if you see all that. That's the minimum I would have on a rod of this length. I'd prefer myself 9, possibly 10, but they'd have to be super lightweight eyes to not spoil the action. But I certainly would want one more eye in this. If you look at the action, it's fairly parabolic, but obviously it's got the tapered strength here. So for me, that's what I want from sort of an area trout rod, or a rod for trout, say. I think that's, I mean, it's an aging rod, so it's for soft plastics really, and small metals and that. Fishing in the sea, they'll be fishing for horse mackerel and things like that. So you've got a super sensitive tip to feel the bites, and those fish bite. That soft tip helps the lure go into their mouths a little bit further, because not all these fish have got big mouths. So it comes from the Japanese side of things, but we use them and translate them into trout fishing over here. Superb area trout rod. You can whack light lures that far. That's ideal. So you're talking about lakes and ponds and things like that. Or it's not too long to use in a reasonable sized river. You could get away with it in a small stream. I prefer a 5-foot rod, 5.5 foot max for a small stream. But I like the finish. It's 40-ton carbon. You know, I got this rod for about 60 quid in the end, delivered, taxes and everything. And yeah, it's nice. It feels strong. That delicate tip, which is 0.75 millimeters is helping me cast these lures. This progressive action is helping me load the rod nice and slowly. I wouldn't say it's a jerk bait rod, you know. This sort of thing, a straight crank, fine. I think this is about 4.5-5 grams. Jerk baits of about 5 grams. It probably would do it, but you're gonna have to put a lot of effort into it to get them to move. That's why I would have the braid with this rod personally, because it will enable me to put a bit of action into those lures. I've got a fluorocarbon leveler and a clip on there. Anyway, I'll try it on this low setting, so we're on 1 in the internal braking, but I'll turn the brakes up and let's just see if I'll do a tentative cast and see if we don't blow up. Oh, I went right there. I let go way too soon because I'm not used to it, but there's no bird's nest, was there? So that was on a brake setting of, I don't know, just past there, and there's the max. Let's try and get my cast better. Oh, just look at that, as straight as a die and out there effortlessly. I'm not even having to change the internal dial. I mean, if I want to really whack it and fish extreme distance, snagging up this one, then I'd up the brakes if I really want to hit it, but I'm not doing that. I'm just seeing if I can comfortably fish the distances I want to. I'm letting go quite early there still. Let's change the brake dial, the internal drum brake now. So this is something I don't like about this reel, is how you pull that off. I can drop that in the water easily. I'd rather it attach somehow, but you know, it is, I don't know, for a reel this sort of price I'd be hoping to get that. So you can see the magnets there. These sit around the outside of this drum, and the nearer in, the higher the setting on it. If you look in here, hopefully you can see this in the field, there's 2 little pins either side of this that sit in recesses, and you've got indicators here, you've got lines. So 1 line is the lowest, the drum will be furthest away from the magnets, and 3 is the highest. So all you do is just push down, turn it to the next setting, so it's now, if this is focused, on 2. We'll go with that. We'll pop the end plate back on. Say it's just a straight. I like the little lever where it is, I like them there, but I just would like to bit more security with what I'm doing there. So we'll leave the brakes where they are. We're now at 2 internal brake setting. Yeah, we're over brake there. I can feel it holding back. So just goes to show what a difference those brakes make. So maybe you can fish 8 grams on a rod like this. You can fish heavier lures with this reel. I don't doubt it. Oh, we're getting there now. Still feels a little over braked, so I'm below 3/4 now. But this is what I want this reel for, is versatility. This isn't a full review. I'll do a full fishing review. This is just so people can see the rod and the reel, what it will handle. So this rod is handling a 4.5-5 gram lure quite comfortably, and it's casting well, but I still feel I'm over brake, so I'll take the brakes down even further. And bear in mind, this is, you know, 7-pound braid. The diameter is good. It's not expensive braid, I don't think either. I can't remember exactly what make. There, I gave that some, and that's a good cast. In a windy day, it's catching the wind. So yeah, very versatile. I haven't got a bigger lure to use. I'll do a full review on the water, but very pleased and happy. I feel like I'm in control of this reel, and I like the versatility of it.